What's up, everybody? Welcome to Palmetto Cats Live, back on the original night, Wednesday night. I just want to thank Patriot James for stepping in last Wednesday night to take over the Wednesday night segment as Anna and I we weren't actually traveling. We're actually already in Kentucky, but we were worn out. 10-hour drive. And if you missed that show, go back and watch it. It was good to see James back up there again. But we're back here on a Wednesday night. Guys, got a lot to talk about tonight. A lot to talk about. You've heard from other shows. Everybody's going to recap the CatCon, and we're going to do the same thing tonight, but hopefully with a little twist or a little different perspectives. But I do have some guests tonight. But before I introduce my guests, I want to say thank you again to the Boom Squad for supporting me monthly. Thank you so much for your support. If you didn't catch the intro there, go back and watch it, and we will, you'll see how we honored you there. If you're not sure what the Boom Squad is, check out Don R right there. Don R and Robin C have the little logo beside their names. They are Boom Squad members, so get the little icon. If you want to join the Boom Squad, it's easy. All you do is go down in the description. There's 3 months milestone. Was great seeing everybody. Thank you, Robin C. And StreamYard still hasn't fixed that so that we can pop it up. What's up, Kentucky Catfishing? Good to see you back on YouTube again. But so we got a lot to talk about tonight. We're going to talk about Chinese buffets. We're going to talk about ugly suits. And we're going to talk about what was the other thing? I can't remember. We're gonna talk about all that, guys. Oh, barbecue grills and hotels. There's hooks and hammocks with the milestone 22 months. Thank you, Chris and Telly. All right, let's get to our guest tonight. I have Kelly Bullock. What's up, Kelly?
What's up? What's up?
We got Dustin from Team Snag and Whisker.
Yeah,
what's going on? We got Mr. Tom from LG Bass.
Hello, hello.
It's a beautiful hat, man. And we got two stands.
Boom, boom, bam.
Boom, boom, bam. We're live. Yeah, two stands as the new Catfish Cook-Off MC. But we'll talk about that coming up. How's everybody doing tonight?
Doing well.
Fantastic.
There's JR popping over from Facebook. Welcome in, JR.
Still full.
JR has a show as well. I can't remember what night it is, but JR, if you want to put that up there. Don R, Boom Squad member for 2 months, said thank you, Kevin. Well, thank you, Don. Appreciate it. And if you see me looking up, that's because StreamYard still hasn't fixed that to where we can recognize milestones. So I'm looking up on my phone so that I can see it. So thank you. All right, let's get into it. Let's talk about the title of the show, Chinese buffets. Let's start with there. We went out to a Chinese buffet Saturday night, and we literally closed the place down.
That we did.
And actually, everybody up here was at that Chinese buffet trying to earn their 1-ton cred. Did everybody earn their 1-ton cred?
Well, yes, sir.
I've already had it. I was the head of the 1-ton of Richmond division already.
Richmond division. That's right. That's right.
That Richmond division has now expanded.
Yes.
I think I kind of got in by default, with the South Carolina division, just because, I mean, I don't need to say anything. I just got in there. But then you got Kelly with the Georgia division. Did he actually
Kentucky.
create a new division?
Kentucky.
Oh,
yeah. I'm the micro tonner.
Why did I think you were in Georgia?
I don't know.
Because of K&B, probably because of Kevin.
K&B probably.
I'm sorry to do that to you. I apologize.
Yeah,
I don't wish
don't
Georgia on anybody.
Don't confuse me with him.
There's our buddy Alex Nagy over from Facebook. Alex is not only one of the owners of Rippin' Lips, but he also has the Twisted Cat catfishing tournament trail, and he just announced some news on the Facebook. So go over there and check him out. Thanks for coming in, Alex. Appreciate you. It was good to visit with you this weekend. We didn't get to talk much, but that's one of the things about Catfish Conference that isn't the best for me working it. And Dustin and Stan kind of experienced that this weekend, is that when you actually work it, you're like, hey, what's going on? What did you think about that, Dustin? Because you got busy with helping out Hervey over there.
I did. When I walked up there to help Stan initially to get a table for the shirts, Hervey was going 125 miles an hour trying to get everything done by himself. So I figured I'd try to step in and help him out. So I did the best I could. Free him up a little bit so he could go do other things that he needed to do. I met most of the people at the front table saying, "Hey, Dustin, you got to pass. I'll scan you in."
Yeah.
Conference.
And would you like a T-shirt?
Yeah. What's he stand?
There's Steve. He said he might pop in later. I know they're not getting very favorable weather out there. Actually, Hervey was supposed to pop in as well, and he just got a text, y'all, that said that he was in a storm shelter because they're experiencing tornadoes and hail.
Oh,
so
goodness.
y'all keep him in your prayers and his family. He's got those girls and his wife, and Steve doesn't live too far from him. So there's Freddie's Outdoor Adventures. What's up, Freddie? And then Adventures with Robin C. said Dustin and Stan were awesome at the front table.
Well, thanks, Robin.
Thank you, Robin.
He said y'all rock. Yeah. So it's common practice, right at the start. We're I live 10 miles from Hervey, so yeah, your weather isn't too good as well. So Hervey will bring over a stack of lanyards and ID and badges, and we'll start hole punching them. And Anna was hole punching, I was hooking the lanyards on, and me and Mike Murillo were, and we did like 300 sitting right there on Friday morning. And then next thing I know, that's when Dustin and Stan get called over. I know Dustin, and he's like, "Yeah, we ran out of badges." And I'm like, "What? We just did 300 of them," and it was like 9 o'clock.
Yep.
Wow.
And that's what you guys did after when y'all went over there?
Well,
Go ahead, Stan.
Well, I was just going to say, I went over there. I just wanted to go say hello to Hervey because I haven't seen him, since Kansas City, and it was just mayhem right from the start. So it's like, all right, well, boom, I did what I could do, and it just kept going. The printer's going as fast as it can go. And I'm like, you know what? We need at least another set of hands. So I was like, hey, Dustin, you doing anything? And then I don't think Dustin left the table for the next 2 days.
No. I mean it. And from what Steve posted, there was about 8,100 people coming through there. Like
awesome.
I was thinking, like 2,000, but 8,100, 8,000 people. That is nuts.
I believe it.
Chad getting a little upset. He said, "I'm taking it up with the OG OTFC. The Northern Kentucky chapter didn't get an invite to the China buffet." Hey, listen, Chad, don't worry too much because Steve and myself and Hervey and Anna were breaking our backs trying to get the and the Twisted Cat guys, Alex, and then we're trying to break down the pond. And these guys are worried about. They were worried about going to Chinese buffet and just left.
Hey, I did get my feet soaking wet trying to take that pond down.
Whatever. Hey,
That's right. I didn't leave you stranded either.
I know you helped out for a little bit. Yeah, there was a group of guys, man. Art and Josh and Tom and Kelly. They helped out big time.
It must have been them last few pieces of railing that Dustin had screwed in on the pond because we kind of finished putting it together there. So I'm going to blame Dustin on that.
Taking it apart and loading it in the trailer. That was. But anyway, we ended up getting there about the same time, and I was like, thanks for Jeep for posting the links. I did not know who was going to show up, so I didn't put links in. So thank you, buddy. Uncle Jeep. Jeep was a commanding presence all weekend. He got bacon donut eclairs and what else? I handed him a wad of cash and I said, "Here, go buy kid stuff." And he came back with cash and kid stuff.
Nice. Jeep was awesome this week. I mean, he hung around the front table when Stan and I were up there and made sure we had, if we needed something to drink or if we needed something to eat, he would go grab it for us. He got me Pepsis. He got Stan a couple Diet Mountain Dews. He got me a lettuce bacon wrap for lunch on Saturday. So he was making sure we were taken care of.
Jeep was clutch for sure.
Oh,
And he's just a nice guy. It's just nice to be around.
Mhm.
Sold, Steve. Sold. Done. It's no longer in your hands.
There you
100%
go.
taken care of.
And Stan's already got a suit for next year. It's right
Speaking
up
of
there.
ugly suits,
So we'll get to that. Holy cow, 18. Yeah. Big Wrench, thanks for coming back to the membership. Appreciate you. Big Wrench was awesome to meet.
another awesome. Yep.
Absolutely.
Yep, we sat there and talked. He looked like he was so happy just to be there hanging out with everybody. And that's what it's about. I think I
And-
saw
Kevin, that's one thing I'd want to point out. If you're in chat, you are part of us. Like, don't hesitate if you come to the conference, come to the YouTube area. You're as welcome there as, regardless of what side of the camera you're on. We love it. It was just awesome with Uncle Jeep and Big Wrench and all the people from chat and the people behind on camera. So please, please, please come over, hang out with us, say hello. That's what it's there for.
Well, that was one of the reasons I went, was, not just to meet the people that I've been up on panel with, or the people a lot of the people I've talked to in chat put a face to their name, and that was awesome.
Oh yeah, for sure. Wait, Huska with the $5 and Boom Squad member. Thank you, buddy. Appreciate you. And I saw that Freddie put his 16-month milestone for the Boom Squad. Thank you, Freddie, for all the support. Trying to get to the bottom of chat. Dominic, great meeting you. Yeah, everybody's in chat.
Steve had her out. The YouTube booth was like a party cove.
Oh man,
Definitely.
we'll get there. Yeah, it's definitely gotten bigger. Steve said, "Perfect. If you have any ideas on how to make it better, let him know."
I've already started looking up some how they do some rules for some other cooking competitions and things like that. Bonnie from Bex's wife there, she wants to help me with it. So she's had some great ideas already too. So
Robin, I think once everything kind of settles down, I'm sure that Steve and Hervé and I will meet up and talk about and how we can get more people involved, because Steve and Hervé made the comment that it's getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And for so long, the two of them just kind of spearheaded everything. But now, as you can see, man, it's like, you got and I added a few things, but the black light booth, the knot tying, the dock shooting is a huge, huge thing. Then you add another species to the mix, a crappie or crabby. And then you got 2 sets of seminars. You got the kids thing that was happening, which I know is going to be even better next year. So we'll definitely talk about that, and I'm sure he's going to want to recruit YouTubers to help out, because personally, and Steve has said this before, but I'm not going to put comments in his mouth. Like the YouTubers have really pushed CatCon, I think, back up to what it was before COVID. Anybody disagree with that?
Nope.
no, I think it's built for that. Like that's you've got all the vendors, you've got all for us out there to get your hands on every piece of equipment that's available out there, to meet the people, to have questions answered. It's just it's like there's no place better.
Mm-hmm.
There's no place better to go shop, talk, meet, greet, everything in one spot, and with all like-minded people. It's just amazing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's hard to keep track of all that stuff, Like I don't think something as big as Catfish and Crappie Conference is gonna ever be 100% perfect the whole time. But I think you have to back up and punt sometimes, from anything that could possibly go wrong. People not showing up, or making a typo or something like that. Like the more people you get involved, the more brains that are on it.
Mm-hmm.
I say that at my work all the time with all the teachers and administrators. I'm like, the more people we got working on a problem, the more people can point out a conflict or make something better or something like that. So Sogo said, next year, I've told my wife no Disney. I'm going to CatCon. Yeah, good luck with that.
It's like Disney for catfish anglers.
Yeah, and look, the Bugman, we have Uncle Jeep to thank for that, because Uncle Jeep was an asset relocation genius. That's what he called it. He's a master of asset relocation because he found tables and chairs and pushed them all over there for everyone to go to. All right. Let's see. It definitely helped. Another highlight was that we had Martin SUK came all the way over to visit us.
Oh yeah.
And he's still here, isn't he?
Yep.
I think so, yeah.
Didn't he
Yeah.
finish with Kristen Telly today?
Yep.
I believe so.
He's leaving out in the morning, supposedly.
Wow.
I concur. I concur.
We saw Tim Molina come over from New Mexico. That was or Arizona, right? Was it Arizona? No, I think it's New Mexico.
New
I
Mexico.
think Tim's New Mexico.
Yeah.
Deep is Arizona.
He came from Arizona. That's what it was. Yeah.
And
So
Big Wrench came from Louisiana.
Louisiana. Yeah.
That whole area was well represented.
So we said 2 years in a row is enough. So let's see. Mr. Flat.
Martin said he's going to stay 2 weeks next year.
Yep. He said he's gonna make the trip. He's gonna make some fishing plans with a bunch of us.
Yeah, that's awesome. Dewani, my friend Dewani at work, he's like 7 foot tall. I don't know what he's thinking. I'm short. He ain't gonna fit in them pants. But somebody did make a good point. You know, this is a great suit to have. And those of you who hadn't seen the thumbnail, hang on one second. I'll have to put it up on the overlay. But it's definitely one that I'm going to keep around. It's populating right now. There we go. So it's my America suit now, so I can wear it on 4th of July and Veterans Days and wherever I need an American suit.
I think it looks phenomenal. I think you could wear that whenever you want.
Yep.
Yep.
Well, he's laughing. Rillo said that suit was more tame than I expected. Yeah, I honestly, I mean, who doesn't like an America suit? But I think the last year's suit was like in your face. What do y'all think?
That was like Miami Vice.
I kind of liked it.
Yeah. I was hoping for a hat that was kind of more patriotic to go with it, but ran out of time. He said he'll cut it off and make shorts out of it. There's Mr. Josh joining us from the truck.
How y'all doing?
We good.
Oh.
Hey, Tom, I'm not going to make it to your house tonight.
Okay.
He's so used to TikTok now.
Hey, figure how you doing?
All right, I'm sideways in.
There we go.
All right. That's all right. So the second part, barbecue grills. So Jeep and Mike headed out, and I think both of them went, didn't they? They both went to Sam's Club and brought back a variety of meats. Anybody, Dustin, you want to talk about that?
Well, the hotel we stayed at had two nice grills. I mean, they were nice and big out front. After you figured out how to light them, they cooked.
What was so hard about lighting them? I wasn't there for that.
Some of the igniters weren't working, and I had to. So I lit one side, and then I had to turn the gas on all of them, and the flame had to kick over to light the other set, and then it kind of went down the line on one of them, and then there was the opposite on the other. So once you got them lit and they got hot, they cooked really well. So it was a lot of fun. And good food too.
And big shout out to the Town Place Suites. Right? Did I say that right? Town Place Suites.
That's it. Yeah.
Phenomenal. Like I just had they were amazing. Had a great breakfast every morning included with the room. Like we all hung out in the lobby or in the grill area. The fire.
It was brand new too, and the rooms had a full kitchenette in it with 2 burners, a sink, dishwasher, microwave, a full refrigerator with a freezer. I mean, it was amazing.
And I know Thursday night, by the time we got done with everything and running around and doing the grill, Dustin had his Team Snag and Whiskers live on Thursday night. Mm-hmm. Then Friday night, we had to run back quick from the Well, actually, Thursday night. First, I was co-hosting with Larry 3+1. Asked me if I could jump in, and so we did that. And then, later Thursday night, Dustin at his, and then Friday night when we ran back from the conference, I was able to go up and do my. So it was a great place to do all that with all the people around us. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, we even had Jeep come over and LG Bass and Art and a couple other people that didn't stay at the hotel. They came to the hotel just to hang out.
Yep.
But yeah, I mean, that was an awesome experience. And
yeah, you were there too, Josh.
Josh did some cooking. Yep.
Josh cooked all the chicken, didn't he?
Mm-hmm.
And the sausages.
And the sausages.
Yeah, Josh had a unique way of grilling, and you said you kind of taught us that technique. What was it?
I'm trying to think of what you're talking about now.
He mastered the art of the relaxing barbecue.
Oh yeah. I pulled up a bench in front of that thing and just sat there and
He was so relaxed he forgot what he was talking about.
that's it.
Oh man. Yeah, so he cooked the chicken, and Mike was the grill master on the other one, and we had brats and hot dogs and chicken and hamburgers and all kinds of stuff. And I thought it was awesome how everybody just kind of pitched in. Like Jeep and Mike went and got it, and the hotel even had the spatulas and tongs and everything.
Yep,
that was really cool.
Yeah, I'll tell you, I mean, my experience at CatCon was fantastic. I mean, just getting to meet everybody. But for me, the highlight was the nights after the conference back at the hotel, where you really got to sit and talk with everybody and hang out more. So that's the memory I'm going to cherish forever.
Marilla said Josh set the whole thing ablaze. I don't know. Marilla was trying to burn down the awning over there. He's trying to burn everything off. I'm trying to burn everything off the grates. And Hervé came over. He goes, "Yes, let's turn that down so we don't burn the whole." We turned it off and opened it up, and all the grates were like sun red.
Those were Weber grills too.
Yeah, they were real nice. It was cold. It was a little chilly.
It was shorts and shirt weather. It was not that bad.
Southern guys, okay. I don't know. I was a little chilly. They did have a gas fireplace there, though.
Yep.
Or whatever you want to call that. What do you call it?
It was a fire pit. Yeah, but when it was on, and the heat was only on one side of it.
Rilla said, "You doubt me? Oh Lord, I just lost bro points." I didn't doubt you. Hervé told you to turn it off. But anyway, yeah, Dustin, that's a good point. Especially when you're working it, you don't really get that downtime to really get to know people and talk to them, and so yeah, that's kind of cool. At the end of the night, Casey Nelms came over and was talking to us. If anybody was there, didn't get to meet Casey Nelms, he is the inventor of the Santee Cooper rig, which most of us use. And he sat down and talked to us for a little while too. And so you had Casey and Tim right there just going story back and forth, story to story.
I hope I didn't come off as too much of a fanboy. I was just sitting there like in awe of the stories going back and forth. It was just amazing.
So I know some of you. I know Dustin and Tom, and Tom and Josh. Sorry, already gave kind of your favorite moments on Mark's show. But just in case they didn't see Mark's show, Josh, kind of tell us what was one of your favorite moments at CatCon?
Well, of course, the fellowshipping and everything, but just getting to see how the people are outside of the channels.
Yeah.
That's one of the main things. And of course, getting to meet some different YouTubers that don't fully fit in our realm of YouTube.
Oh yeah. Which one? Who are you referring to?
I'll let Tom give that. I don't want to give it.
Okay.
Yeah. You can do it. I did it the other night.
Wait, there was an Avid lookalike there.
There was.
I saw
Yeah.
him. Now
There
he
was a Jody lookalike
There
too.
was a yeah. You
yes.
saw 3+1.
There was an Abby and a
That's
Jody
Amy.
lookalike. And if you go watch 3+1 Outdoors, Amy Payne did a short. She's like, "There's Jody." Oh, and she turned around, and it was definitely not Jody. The lady looked at her like she was
I
crazy.
swear that had to be the funniest thing coming out of CatCon.
It's pretty good, yeah.
And there was an Avid lookalike because he had the glasses and the beard. But his top
missed
hair
that.
looked different. That was the only thing that was different.
Go
Go ahead,
ahead.
Tom.
I'll give
Or Josh,
I'll
yeah.
give Tom's. He told me to give it away. We got to meet the folks from Hook, Line, and Chill.
Yes.
I have no idea who that channel is.
Yeah, it's probably a good thing. They're not. Yeah, we'll just say that. But it was really cool, like getting to see them there. People that we've watched, and not just them. Of course, Keith. I enjoyed co-judging with Keith for the fish cook-off. That was awesome.
Thank you very much for that last minute step in there, Josh. I appreciate that. Marilla's sister, Trish, she came over and recruited some awesome judges for me. So big shout out to her and y'all for stepping in there and judging that. That was great.
Yep. Yeah, it was fun, man. I'd gladly do it again. And most of them tasted decent.
Most of them.
I thought all of them were amazing.
About Chris Flores's fish, okay. I'm not gonna do that to the poor guy.
See, I enjoyed Chris's fish. Now I got over there late, and I probably had the ones that had been cooking a little bit too long, but I like the crunchiness of them.
Yeah,
I will give Chris this. He was I loved how he was doing it with his son, and I kind of was stepping off over there and just kind of listening, and he's such a great teacher. He's got so much patience, and his son was kind of doing it. He's kind of giving little hints and little tips, and so that was awesome. Imagine that father and son thing, and I can kind of appreciate that. So that was awesome.
Steve said, "How many did you taste that you said yuck, Josh?"
2.
2. Wow.
What?
Oh,
No, actually, I'm sorry.
Don't
So
say
Chris
their names.
wasn't a yuck.
Don't say their names.
No. Chris's wasn't a yuck. I just want to put that out there. It was. I'm just not a big fan of like a tempura type.
Oh, boom. Thank you very much,
So
Steve.
like a typical fish and chip. You're not a tempura guy. You like the cornmeal or the cornbread type.
Yeah. Well, personally, if I'm cooking it, I actually like it like grilled or smoked, not fried. So, but that's
you were screwed either way because it was a fried catfish competition.
right. Yeah, I asked Stan if I could join it next year and do my catfish candy, my candied catfish jerky. He said no.
Well, hey, you're more than welcome to make some catfish jerky. However, it is a fried catfish competition, so that will be what is judged.
Fry your jerky. I think I want to enter it next year. I don't know. Seeing Steve do it and run the conference.
Let me tell you what.
Steve,
I saw Steve just say that he wanted to make a production out of it next year. I've already got 4 teams going into next year already. And we're still, where's Eric out there with the countdown? Cody is already trying to come in. He wants to go take down 3+1 mama. He wants to beat his mama next year. So we've already got some teams that are ready to go for next year. That's 4 already. So we're definitely going to make it bigger and the biggest and best cook-off yet.
I think if Creole ever makes it up there, he's going to whip everybody's butt. Oh, yeah. Because he got that cage on, season on.
That two-step.
There's a 2-step in the slap your mama.
Now, see, he's going to take offense to that because he doesn't really care for that guy too much.
Like stale cracker.
Tom, tell us highlights for you, buddy.
Well, first I want to thank Dustin and Sean for having me on the show. However, when they asked me, would you want to come up, everybody's going to give a little talk. They didn't tell me that I would be following Tim Scott. What do you say after Tim's been up? So I didn't even talk about fishing. We talked about food and gathering, and But yeah, I was like, when Tim walked away and he gives me I'm like, oh no.
Well, that wasn't
Great.
planned, Tom. It was more of an opportunity because Tim went outside, and then I was just kind of randomly calling people, and he walked up and stuff, and I said, "Oh, Epic's ready. Come on over."
I'm just kidding with you, but I was like, what do I say after Epic just been talking about fishing?
Brian B said, I'm cooking next year. My fish going to have a side of mac and cheese.
Look, Brian B, you ought to make a mac and cheese crusted fish.
I was thinking,
see, we've got some things going on. We're going to make that the biggest and best yet.
So, Tom, that sounds like that was the low point for you, was going on after Epic. So, Tom, basically what you're trying to say is going on Snag and Whiskers show was the low point of the weekend.
Oh, no. I actually rethought that and then thought that they asked Tim to set me up. So, I was the encore to Tim. So, but it was a great weekend all the way around. For me, I wouldn't have cared if there was a vendor there. Just having the YouTube area, just having everybody sit and chat and shake hands and hug and take pictures and trade stickers. And I mean, I just had a blast.
I agree, man. Like I think I'm pretty much guaranteed I'm going to the gathering now in Tennessee, which I'll pop up an ad for that later. But like I really don't have anybody here like in my town that I can sit down and just talk YouTube with.
Yeah.
Like I just like the ins and outs of YouTube. Maybe I'm a nerd. I don't know. but like I just like talking about, what have you seen when you post this kind of video or this music or that or this or that? Like I'm really into like that kind of stuff, or not so much the drama part, but like talking about just real time, like looking at stuff together and I looked forward to those nights as well. And hanging out, Tom. Well, I mean, you got to hang out more throughout the day. But yeah, man, I agree. That was an awesome part of it. Kelly, I know you were only there Saturday, right?
Yep.
Kind of fill us in. I watched most of your show last night after I got back from a small group, but mainly I was looking for the pepper. I have to agree.
Oh, yeah.
If you didn't catch Kelly and Kevin's show last night, they did a hot pepper challenge with some of my wife's chocolate, and I think Kevin got off really easy. He had the habanero, and
I think so too.
Kelly ate the Reaper one.
Yes.
Kind of walk us through that, and then tell us about your experience at CatCon.
Well, thanks to Anna with her chocolates that Josh gave me and Art gave me, was the Carolina Reaper, almost like the size of a mini Reese cup. So like my decision was I'm gonna taste that during the show on Tuesday night. So I hollered at Kevin's like, hey, which is K&B Anglers. I said, hey, let's do it. Let's do I'm gonna do a chocolate challenge. I'm gonna eat it, and he just happened to have, hey, I've got a habanero chocolate bar in the fridge from Anna. So I was like, all right, let's do a challenge together.
Oh, we were wondering. See, I think that's why I thought you were in Georgia, because I thought maybe you delivered it to him.
No, he already had it.
I got you.
Yeah, he just been sitting in there in the refrigerator forever.
Getting old.
Yeah,
losing its heat.
Probably.
Anyway, go ahead.
So it was fun. I mean, yeah, I think he got off, but it was delicious, actually.
Well, I noticed that
but it actually was.
Your face turned like 3 shades of red real quick.
And I wasn't joking when I said I can feel the burn in my teeth. It was literally burning my teeth.
Hey, High and Muddy Fishing. It's the first time I've seen that name. I like this comment right here. I highlighted it, but I want to read it out. Tim Alina said, hanging with Tom was one of the highlights of my trip. He is so laid back and chill and super intelligent. I agree.
Thank you, Tim.
I agree.
Thank you very much.
My Uncle
I
Tom
appreciate
right
that.
there.
Yep.
Tim brought us a bag of coffee all the way from New Mexico. We had that we opened it this morning. It was delicious.
Yeah.
We're big coffee holics here. Of course, you know my mug collection. So
I'm drinking coffee. Probably shouldn't be, but I'm drinking coffee right now.
Tom, I could smell that all the way up here. It smelled so good. That was amazing
Yeah.
coffee.
Yep. Yeah,
So
86 miles away.
Maybe you should take one of them chocolates and put it in your coffee.
Ooh.
Well, I tell you,
I like how everybody went ooh at the same time.
I had bought some chocolates to bring home to Miss Michelle, and I took them out to the car so I wouldn't lose them or carry them around all day. And I called her real quick. I said, "Hey, you know, I just picked up some of Anna's chocolates because she asked for them."
Yeah.
And I told her, I've got 2 of these and 2 of these, and that's all you got? Go back and get more. So I did. I went back, and Anna loaded me up. So Michelle's enjoying that now. So I want to say, I just want to say that I'm wearing my Palmetto hat only because Anna's chocolates doesn't have a hat yet.
Okay, I'll take that. Hey, Steve, how you doing?
Hey guys, how's it going?
Come on, Steve.
Hello, Steve.
Yeah, so and I'll let Kelly get back to answering this question, but
That's fine.
so Jared O had changed his name to High and Muddy Catfishing. So
Oh,
okay, cool.
awesome.
Okay.
Awesome. So after Kelly's show, Anna made the comment, the chocolate bar is not really a challenge chocolate. I was like, you should make challenge chocolates. So like she's just gonna load up peppers into chocolates and people can buy them like you know, from like jalapeno all the way up to Reaper. And then that way people can, because there's a lot of people, you know, wanting to say, ooh, can I take this, you know, or whatever. So thanks, Kelly, for inspiring that thought.
Hey, if she wants to send them to me, if she gets them done, I'll try them.
All right. Hey, Cat Matt Jones, how you doing, sir? Didn't Cat Matt have something to do with the kids seminar, Steve?
Yeah, Matt's kind of taken over, just like Stan took over my catfish cook-off. I'm letting Matt run with a new kids program that's going to kind of fish with the pros, and they're going to kind of introduce them to some brands, and it's kind of a cool deal. I kind of did it thinking, all right, well, see what Matt's got. And I was just thinking he was going to have a few tables over there, but he actually did a production. I wasn't able to really go look at it. I seen some pictures, but he really did a good job this year, and it inspired me to say, hey, let's move forward. Let's build on this. This is great. So I seen all the kids really involved. I mean, I figured he'd have a couple kids there, but I think the parents actually seen that it was 1 o'clock because he had a whole field full of kids.
It was a good little crowd.
It was really nice.
And we've already got improvements on how to make that better with like sound and,
yeah,
you know, probably not next to the bouncy castle, stuff like that.
Well, I told you just a few minutes ago, you know, just like I told, you know, I'm going to make a production of it.
That's right.
I want it to be right.
Yep. Yep. I'm just glad it went off. You had so many compliments on that on Facebook. And so good job, Matt. Great job with that. And we're looking forward to it being even better next year. All right, Kelly, finish up your thought for Saturday. What was your favorite part of CatCon?
I mean, my thought of going in Saturday, since I had to work Friday and most of the morning, was I'm just there to meet everybody. Yeah. Put faces to what I see everybody on YouTube. I mean, we weren't really there for anything to buy or nothing like that. So, I mean, everybody up on panel here, it was awesome to meet them. I mean, for the first time. So some shocks, did have some shocks of people that didn't expect.
I agree, Josh.
What they looked like. Bobcat and Brad from Tidal Weights.
Bobcat's a little fella, ain't he?
Yes, Bobcat was. Yeah, and we joked about that last night. We joked about that last night on the show that he is short. He makes those fish look big.
But what he lacks in stature, he makes up for in personality. Bob is an amazing dude.
Yeah,
his wife is awesome, and
he did really well with the dock shooting as well. Every time, he was like ting.
Well, and the thing you didn't see, Steve, he was back there behind us in the YouTube booth, doing it with a catfish rod with a demon dragon.
Yeah,
he was dock shooting with a catfish rod and a demon dragon,
and we were the targets.
Yeah.
Bugman said, I spent the whole time talking with people in the YouTube area.
Yep.
Fashizzle said he ordered 3 more Monster rod holders a day. All right.
Yep.
Well, and another thing too, Josh has helped me quite a bit. I don't know if he's planning on coming on tonight or not, but Josh helped me with that dock shooting stuff, and I'm actually gonna get him to do a little something. I got a job for him at the Catfish Conference too, and he's accepted, so it's gonna be a really cool deal. I think if I can make all the coolness happen and get other people to make the coolness happen, besides me trying to make it happen, because I can't be here. I think it's gonna be great fun stuff.
Yep.
Well, we are all here for you, Steve. You did, you all have done an amazing job with this. It's, I saw somebody before say Disneyland, and for us, that is our Disneyland. For us that are these catfish fanatics or catfish savages that Epic calls it, like Catfish Conference is our Disneyland. And so thank you very much for what you and Hervé have done for it. We really appreciate it.
Oh, I appreciate it too. But look, guys, it wouldn't happen if you guys wasn't helping and coming and supporting. I mean, I got a cool Catfish Conference, but when I walk in there, it could be empty. You guys help me fill it all up and make it work. So I appreciate all of you. Even if I don't say it, and you guys are still working in the background, I'm really not aware of it. I appreciate you. I mean, I'm learning these new YouTubers every day. So, and Dustin, I seen you working hard, buddy. I appreciate you, man. You was sweating it there, but you was keeping up with us, and you don't know how much that helped us. So, look, hotel room for you next year if you want to come.
Absolutely. Just let me know what you need me to do.
Yeah, bring your own steak though.
But look, we shared one this year, Steve. We shared one this year.
That hotel, that whole block of rooms, the Holiday Inn and that other one, we just booked up today.
Oh wow!
So, the Crown Plaza didn't do us really well this year, so
and I heard, and I'm not gonna run through the mud, but I didn't hear great things from the people who stayed there either. So
I don't know if they changed management or what, man, but I mean, they did us wrong, and so we found new people to help us.
The town place was awesome, and the staff was amazing as well. Mm-hmm. So if I'm going to go on there, I need to go on there and make a review.
I already did.
Has Life said, I had an amazing time at CatCon. It gets better every year. Great job, Steve, Kevin, Hervé, and everyone helping out. Has was a popular man. I remember one point he goes, "Oh my God, it's so busy."
Yeah, you get that way.
House. Hey, Eugene. Fishing and Stuff says, so Steve, what was the total number of people for both days?
I'm saying 8,100, but it was just I can't remember the numbers over 8,100, but it was 8,100 and some numbers. Wow. Hervé's got more update, but that's what I found out that late night of the show. I don't know what all Hervé's tallied up since then. So
yeah, there's one of them I heard right there, Danny Stone.
Yeah,
I do apologize, man. We used to be good. I mean, we had our place to be.
But I think Town Place won us over. Jeep just said it. I think the Friday night barbecue needs to be a thing. Well, and honestly, that was kind of like what I was trying to accomplish with the Friday night dinner. Like we were trying to get that catered dinner, and we just couldn't get the price acceptable for somebody to pay. Just for probably catfish nuggets and hush puppies, it's gonna be like $50 a person. And although some of us would have paid it gladly, that it definitely prices some people out. But everybody pitches in like we did on Friday. I mean, we had about 20 people, Josh, right?
Yeah. I know Tony Harrison came over. Tony Harrison from YouTube, he came over. There was a bunch of people
Mike and Josh, and I think Dustin did a little bit too. Maybe I'm wrong.
Yep.
They did a fantastic job.
A little bit.
The hardest work I had to do was pulling my bone apart and putting
I had to be live during all that, so I couldn't even eat while all this was going on. I had to be live.
You didn't have to be live, Stan.
Stan, I had to say, because I was home, I'm glad you did.
Oh, well, thank you.
Yeah. Look, Kevin, if it ends up being in Raleigh, North Carolina next year, get with me about the dinner that you're talking about, because I
Okay.
have some ideas.
Well, that was kind of like I think Steve might have said in a chat one time that they were looking at Raleigh. Do you have any updates on that, Steve?
No, but and anybody listening out there, understand that facility at Kentucky Expo Center is owned by the state of Kentucky, and if we got, like the curtains that I put up, that's like 15 grand.
It's crazy. I was trying to explain that to somebody.
And then you got to use like the sign that I had to hoist for Sea Arc boats. You got to pay a union guy to come in, $250 to put it up, bring it down. Food, I had to get permission to do the Catfish cook-off because they have the food all locked up. So it's really
right.
But if we move to we won't move this one. But we
right, this is the OG one.
Yeah, we may add another one, and Raleigh's kind of what I'm looking at. So, but I'm hoping we can go to a facility where I'm not controlled, where I have to make people charge parking and all that crap.
Yeah.
So, but it ain't us charging that stuff.
I don't think I think people once they understand that, like the drapes, the curtains, and those big poles, like all those cost money. The 2 sound systems you had to do, the venue itself, all that stuff cost thousands and thousands of dollars.
Unbelievable amounts, yeah.
And then
well, and let's just look at Kevin. Just look at the crappie vendors this year. For Steve to come in and for y'all to get that many, that was an amazing feat that y'all got that many crappie vendors, or crappie, depending on where you're at in the country, to get that many vendors there for that side of it. That was a home run. That was a grand slam. People were just ecstatic that there was that big for their first year. And, people, of course, always want more, but to get, think of the logistics right now with trying to get extra product in, and they've got to plan that out to be away from where their stores or where their locations are at to get there. And, so for you to pull that off and get that many vendors in there in that quick of a time, that's just an amazing feat.
I've always been able to do that. Our first Catfish conference ever, I pulled together in 30 days. We had 1,500 people there.
And I can attest to that. Like, Steve thrives on last minute.
Well, I had to call 100 people and hear 60 no's to get 40 people there.
Right.
So I heard a lot of no's in the crappie world. But
there it is.
Here's the thing. Everybody had a great show in the crappie world. I'm hearing this. And the ones that didn't participate this year, they'll be calling me.
And we talked about that before, Steve. It's like it only takes 1 year, one positive year, for people to say, okay, it's going to work, so I'm going to go next year. And then you'll have so many that you'll be looking for, to expand to where they had that dirt in the
right.
I think the good thing about that area, though, that building, is that there's room for expansion.
Oh, yeah. Well, the crappie industry is a little bit different than the catfishing industry in the way they get their brands out. Like the catfish conference, the catfish people, like you got all the brands, Tangled with Catfish, Catch the Fever, and the rest of them. They're going to come in there and they're going to ooze bunches of money during that show. But the crappie guys want to leave it up to their distributors to sell their stuff. So they're just really limiting themselves.
I got you.
During that show.
So they're trying to get into like the stores and stuff.
Yeah. They're more, want to sell something to Nate Davis and let Nate Davis bring, 12 rods of this brand and 12 rods of this brand. But I don't think they understand that they could sell $40, $50, $60,000 worth of rods in a day and a half.
Right. So I see some comments about Kansas City. That's not happening right now, correct?
That is not on the schedule this year, no.
So sorry to disappoint anybody who's out west a little more. You look at, and anybody who's been to both, they can tell you, like this Kentucky show, there's thousands of people, and the Kansas City show, when we have to have it, if we're there, it just, people are doing other things.
Mm-hmm.
They're hunting, they're hunting basically.
It's the time frame of it.
It is
what
the
hurts.
time frame.
And a lot of
Kevin, I see a comment there where even though you were busy, you still stopped to shake my hand.
Yeah,
I want
Robin.
people to know that when I'm walking across that show floor, most likely I am going to like introduce somebody but I don't ever want anybody to think that I don't have time for you. But and that's quite frankly, that's why I got behind on some of the show stuff. I won't try to diss anybody. I'm going to sit there and take pictures and do whatever I can. So I do apologize if I've ever made anybody feel that way. It's not my intention.
And I can attest to that. I was trying to follow Steve, and for all that saw me, I'm not very quick of a walker, and I was able to beat Steve over to the Catfish cook-off area because there was 200 people stopping him. And
yeah. Oh, okay. I was about to say Steve wasn't full speed then.
No, there were so many people stopping him, pulling him other directions, and I was able to get over there before he did. So
yeah. Like I say, I don't ever want anybody to think I don't have time for you because but the show must go on too. So anybody, I'll give you my phone number. Anybody call me and talk to me anytime.
Yeah, Kansas City definitely slower, but I did like what Haz is talking about. One thing about a downtown environment is you don't have to drive nowhere. You just walk out and walk to the hotel and everything. But
I like that. Hervé introduced me to that. I've never been a big city boy, and it was kind of fun. But I'm the kind of guy I don't want to park in a garage. I won't be able to pull up to something, even if I have to walk a half mile to get to the door. I just want to be able to park and see the door.
Yeah, Joe, he just talked about the working on a Raleigh venue. No concrete information yet, but I'm sure they'll put it out. Chad said, "I want to publicly thank Steve Douglas for not really banning me." Told you I had to kiss fishing and stuff's feet to get you to get in, so you owe me.
I figured you see somebody going to jail or something between him and fishing and stuff. One of them's gonna beat the other one up.
Fishing FX said, talked to Kevin a few times, also talked to Steve about his weight loss, and now my wife is checking his videos out for weight loss.
That's awesome.
That's great.
Let's see. All right, we've caught up on the comments, I think. So the Golden Whiskers, guys, congratulations to everybody who won a Golden Whisker. There will be some people rotating off of the nomination committee. So if anybody thinks they might want to take that on, we meet every other month until the month of January. So if you think you might want to do that, just email me. Email me, palmettacats@gmail.com, and you can get on that committee, or you can we'll talk with the committee members, like Tom is on there, and we'll discuss if if it'd be a good fit, or if you had like the qualifications, which there really isn't any. But thank you for all the Tom and the rest of the nomination committee for helping me out. It took a little bit of the responsibility off of my shoulders to know that I wasn't, everything was transparent, and they could also attest to that.
Yep. And you did an awesome job. We appreciate what you did.
Yeah, and thanks to Catfish Conference, Steve and Hervé bought the banner to go up there, and they rented the sound equipment and all that stuff. It wouldn't have been that show without that. So always got to give them credit for that. And then Steve, and Hervé letting me do it up there. That's a big thing to me. And I only did it online one time, and then Steve jumped on it. He saw that it was important to all of us as YouTubers, and he said we got to have it at the Catfish Conference.
Get her done.
So it's there, and it's always going to be as long as Steve will have it. We'll have it at the OG Catfish Conference in Kentucky every year, so you can look forward to that on Friday night. And then we had some people that were surprising that won the awards. We had 732 votes, which is awesome. I want to break 1,000 next year, which I think should be easy to do. And congratulations to Steve, Chris, Flores, and Epic. They were the first 3 inductees into the Hall of Fame. Yep. And I hope 20 years from now, that's something like, I think it's prestigious now, but it's not like, the baseball Hall of, like, I'm thinking like baseball Hall of Fame.
Hey, Kevin Johnson is like that's yeah.
Yeah,
Just
so
Die
hopefully
Hard.
20 years
It
from
is that
now,
too.
that'll be something, and Steve can hold up his FOA made plaque and say, "Look, I was the first one ever put in it."
Hey, that is pretty cool, and I've been thinking all day about that too, about the Catfish Conference needs a Hall of Fame, because there's a lot of folks out there. I had actually a couple guys, old schoolers, that showed up that really showed some interest in maybe, they're a big part of the industry, but nobody knows them. And I want to make it a point to help people understand who these OGs are. So
Yeah.
I think I'm going to come up with a Catfish Conference, Catfish Hall of Fame as well, to pay tribute to the old schoolers that came before me.
Yeah.
If you know what I mean. I ain't trying to take nobody's thing, but I just
No,
think
it makes sense because this is the Golden Whiskers is for
I know. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
YouTube. So like it's different from the
Right.
ACA or whatever you might come up with. So you're not stepping on nobody's toes.
But all those awards are, it's good for people to receive those and have, kind of a credit of achievement.
Yeah.
Actually the guy that and this is a story I'll tell you, and then I'll let you get back to it, but it just touched me so much. One of the guys that actually won the ACA award, the Hall of Fame award, I seen him get told that he won it before everybody else heard it, and he just like grabbed his hands and he jumped up and down like a little boy, and he started crying, and just like you could hear in his voice, he was unbelievable. He didn't believe it. Did I really? But I seen a 78, 90-year-old man, an old guy, cry because he was. I think he felt like he was complete now. He did it. Enough of that. I'll let you get back to your.
No, that's awesome. Those are the stories that they make you sit back and go, wow, that really means something.
I read that.
That's what I hope.
I read that post and I cried. I cried reading the post that you put out there, Steve.
That's what I hope that the Golden Whiskers become eventually. And, Tom and Mike will always be a huge part of that as well, for helping me create that. So
well, we need to work on the Golden Whiskers a little bit. I know. We got crappie now. How are we going to approach that, Kevin?
Hey,
we got to double up.
Hey, we can do the Golden Whiskers Saturday night then, and we can do the Golden Crappies. Oh wait.
we'll talk about that.
I don't know. What would you call it? I don't know. Golden Crappie.
The Golden Crappie Award.
We'll let Tom. Since Tom named the Golden Whiskers, we'll let him marinate on that one a little bit.
I'll work on it.
I'm sure he'll come up with another genius one.
Crappie's here to stay. That's one thing it went over. The crossover happened and it worked.
Yeah. We can leave the Golden Whiskers as it is and eat crappie. There we go.
Well, it works out pretty good. It matches up because, cat fishermen tend to use crappie as bait.
Yeah, but cat fishermen also eat crappie.
Yep.
I don't know what you're talking about. All these cat fishermen want to use them for bait. I'm wanting to fry it up for me.
Can't use it in Kentucky.
No, you can't use it.
So let's talk about. So the Golden Whiskers went great, and I've already got some constructive criticisms. You'll always get those, and they weren't as bad as I thought they were going to be. But we are going to probably drop a few awards. I think one of the main criticisms is that it seemed to go on a little bit longer than it probably should have. At the end of the night, everybody's kind of like running out of gas, and now the people online were all amped up because they're sitting at home, they got their drink there, they're eating. The people who've been walking around the conference all day, I could feel the energy being sucked out of me, and I was like, "Come on, guys, give it back," But we're gonna try to make it a little faster. I'm gonna try to run it a little faster. That's the main thing. But I'd like to get I don't know, some speaker. I don't know. I have.
I think you had a good idea before the show, Kevin, is having somebody to help you out with it. Because I noticed because I'm at home. It's taking you longer to having to go push buttons and do all that stuff and speak at the same time, get everything done. If you had help doing it, I think it'll go a lot smoother and a lot faster.
Kevin, let's find you a minion. You're my minion. Let's find you a minion.
Yep.
Yeah, somebody to have another laptop or just to have the laptop at all, and then I'll just be talking and whatever and saying the awards. But yeah, someone to go in and switch screens and press buttons and everything. It's not a true, like if you looked at Glenn from ACA, like I don't know if anybody looked at that, but he's got all the like the fancy $1,000 live stream cameras and all that stuff. I don't have the budget for that, so StreamYard is going to have to be it. So yeah, having somebody there to just switch screens, I think would be the best.
And I think I can help you out a little bit because I've had some ideas on that because I've done presentations like that before. So I can give you some background on some stuff that I've used in the past.
Cool.
That might help it go smoother.
Yeah, I'm all ears on that.
Yeah.
So we went over to the Chinese buffet. We went over to grills. We went over to the ugly suits. Next year's suit is going to be even uglier. I've already kind of looked at one. But the sponsors, I did one of the most positive things was, we have the FOA sponsored the plaques and everything, and Catfish Conference sponsors all the electronics and the banner and everything. We couldn't do it without either one of those. Caleb Page from Cash to Fever, talking about positive things. He actually sat over there, and I'm not sure I think it was because they were nominated for the rods. And they went over there, and he came up to me on Saturday and said, "Man, how do I get involved in this? How do I get involved in it?" He said he wants to sponsor as much as I'll let him. So, having a bigger budget, things like that will help us do bigger and better things for the Golden Whiskers. So, big thanks to all the sponsors. I'm not going to go through and name them, but you know who you are, and they're on the Golden Whiskers. If you didn't get to see it, it's on my channel. Go watch it back. But I hate to say money drives things, but really, the more money you have, the more bigger things you can do, bigger things for kids and all that stuff. So,
well, I mean, just look at this is the people that are sponsoring this, they got to realize that this is actually going back into our YouTube catfishing community.
Yeah.
The money's not going to something else, somebody's pocketing it. It's actually going back into us as a community.
Yeah, the first year I sponsored it, and we had little pop medals, and then now we got custom ones that actually say things on it. And there's Hervé popping in the chat there. Hopefully he's safe.
Prayers for Hervé and his family. Yes, definitely.
We're back from the shelter. Sorry I missed it. Shout out to all of you without exception for your previous help. Yep. There it is. All right, so last thing we can talk about here. What did you guys buy at CatCon? I know Steve probably didn't buy anything.
I did.
What did you buy, Steve?
I bought a rod from one of my buddies. It was a custom bumping rod that he made for me. Mr. James Patterson.
Okay.
Made it for me. And
he was on that panel, wasn't he?
Yep.
And he
gave it to me, but I paid him. I wanted to pay him for it. So that's pretty special to me.
That's awesome.
And I did buy a pork burger.
A pork burger.
An $85 pork burger.
If you let Dieter win something, he might have hooked you an audio video. The audio was better than last year. My mic actually worked for the online people. Now, in the audience, it was difficult. I have some ideas for that too, because we had the mic in there, and then I had to get the live stream. Even if I got to tape them together, I'm going to make that more streamlined next year. Kelly, what did you buy anything? Did you walk away?
I did not buy any. Well, I did buy anything. I did buy some stuff. You had 3 pieces on the table that I bought. I think it's one of the Wildcat rigs and some hooks and some metal leader line, the metal Eagle Claws. But the highlight of mine was from Michael Murillo, or Egypt Murillo. brought me a ultralight rod.
Oh.
Brand new ultralight rod with a PC Fun spinning reel on it. That was my highlight.
And
So-
I kind of forgot to mention that Mike Murillo, that Catfish
Sat there the
Fisherman's
whole day.
Swap Shop. That Fisherman's Swap Shop was a hit this year, Steve.
Oh, a hit, a huge
It was
hit.
awesome.
Yes.
Huge hit. I even bought something from it. I bought Jody's lime green grill to cook out with. And I sold some old reels and a whole bunch of stuff. So it was a real big hit. And we were actually contemplating just, getting rid of it. So I'm glad we didn't. People really, really did good on that. So that's awesome. Dustin, what'd you buy, man? Oh, you bought a hoodie.
I did buy a Catfish clothing hoodie. That's awesome. But I had one specific thing in mind when I came there to get, and I got me 2 Never Lost anchors. I got one of the new design and one of the original design. Shout out to Butterflies and Sunshine. I know she's in a lot of our chats. She did end up paying for those for me, so I really appreciate what she's done for that. But yeah, that was my goal, was to get those 2 anchors because I really needed them for my boat.
Awesome. People are putting what they bought in the chat. 2 rods, set of planer board shirts, got home and ordered 2 anchors from Monster. Awesome. Josh, Uncle Josh. What'd you buy there?
I got some takedown rod holders. I got some of those.
Yep.
I actually used them today.
Oh yeah.
Didn't catch anything, but
That's all right.
they held my rods. And then the best thing I purchased was the remaining stock of Anna's chocolates.
Oh yeah, you did.
Oh, that was you. It was you that I couldn't get
I
into.
did it. Yep.
Thank you so much for blessing her. She doesn't really put too much content on YouTube, but she's an Instagram princess.
Oh, okay. Well, she's famous now, so
She was so happy. I told her, I said, she got so excited. I hope she didn't hear me, but she kept counting her money like a drug dealer. I said, put that in. She's like, I just want to see how much it is. I said, put it away. You look like a drug
the
dealer.
pepper dealer.
Or you're counting your tips, one of the two. She didn't like that very much.
I'm gonna have to reach out to her though, because I have no idea what flavors those lollipops are.
Oh, they're Fire and Fire Plus.
Nice.
What about you, Tom?
Well, I made 2 trips to Anna's booth, so I stocked up. Besides that, I just bought terminal tackle this year. Stuff,
Okay.
That it didn't even have to be on sale. It just I had access to it, and why not grab it and save myself a bunch of shipping this year?
There you go.
Yeah, we don't have a tackle store all that close to us that carries a lot of this stuff. So, I'm always online trying to order stuff. So
Right.
this year, that was my goal, to stock up on all my terminal tackle.
Murillo said I bought $64 of crappy gear for my girls and another $64 of clothing for them. Steve, please tell the vendors to make more kids' clothing as needed. That's a good point.
Yep.
So I got a question. Freddie's Outdoors Adventures, isn't that FOA?
Yep.
Wasn't he a vendor there?
Yep.
Of course.
He bought
Look at him go. Bless his heart.
Yeah, and Freddie, if to the people who don't know Freddie, he's going to support everyone, even to his detriment. Yep. So he took some money that he made and bought from other people to support them.
Yeah.
So he's
Cool.
he's got a huge heart. That's why he
Freddie's
was
awesome
for Community Servant of the Year.
He wore a cowboy hat all weekend, didn't he?
He did.
Yes, sir.
Whether we wanted him to or not, he wore it. Hey, Landon, how you
He
doing?
looked like he's having fun.
I see you, Landon.
Hey, Landon.
I
Hey,
see
buddy.
you.
So before I go on to finish up with what Stan got and what I got, so I can't go without mentioning, and he probably won't want me to, but I'm going to do it anyway. There's a guy named John Fracture Fix. He sponsored a lot of the awards, and Friday, I think it was Thursday night or Friday morning, or Friday night, one of them. He sent me $300 through Cash App and said, and I was like, I texted him. I said, "Dude, what are you doing?" He said, "Do stuff for kids." So I was like, "Yes, sir." So all those giveaways and stuff that you saw were because of his donation. So we went around, and some vendors gave us stuff for free, and all of them gave us a discount. So we went and we got a Mad Cat's rod, a Tangling with Catfish rod, a Paula Smith rod. We got two of the little catfish from Big Vic. We got a Catch the Fever rod, a Anvil rod, hat, and a shirt combo for a kid. I'm sure I'm forgetting stuff. Oh, catfish hat and a bait towel and a bobcat hat, and and then H&H gave Uncle Jeep two like beginner bluegill rods, rod and reel combos. Freddy's Outdoor Ventures, we got a rod and reel combo from Freddy's Outdoor Ventures, and all that was given away. So we got over, I would think it was about $700 worth of gear for $300.
Oh, easily, yeah.
And thanks to Jeep, I handed him a wad of cash, and I said, because I got busy, I said, "Hey, go spend the rest of this." And he came back with the cash and gear, and I was like, "Wait, go spend, go spend it." So we ended up spending it all, except for maybe $1 or $2. But man, the kids really, really had a good time with that. I wish we could have done it both days, but you know, there's a guy, Jason Ward, who made it actually a nonprofit for that. He just couldn't make it this year. But he did amazing things, him and Mike, at Catfish Conference, Kansas City last year.
That was awesome. Yeah, that was
amazing. I mean, I'd never seen so many. I mean, they must give away like, I don't know, $15,000-$20,000 worth of stuff.
Kevin, I think they were giving away a rod and reel every half hour there. It was crazy.
It was nuts. So
every I can say every kid that went to Kansas City CatCon went away with something. It was awesome.
Yeah, and Bob got to get his Uncle Lou Lombardi trophy, the Uncle Lou sponsor for the Whisker Bowl. So thank you, Uncle Lou. He did get that. But so thank you, John, for doing that. He probably, he's a Christian fella, and you're not supposed to, say, "Hey, look what I'm doing. I'm donating stuff." So he probably mad at me for letting people know. But I think setting the example, even if he didn't mean to, I think that needs to be said so that other people can see. It's okay to do what you can, and it's okay to donate and help people out. But anyway, just to wrap it up, Stan, what did you buy?
Well, I bought absolutely nothing, which I wanted to buy so much stuff. I wanted to get a couple more FOA rods because, I'm part of FOA. Thank you, Freddie, for blessing us with being testers for you. I wanted to get some of Anna's awesome treats there. And of course, by the time I had a few minutes to go get it, it was gone. But the memory, if you didn't go to this year's CatCon, start planning. I saw Eric out there. He's already starting the countdown. Start planning for next year. It is February 23rd and 24th, I believe. It's the last Friday and Saturday of February. Be there. Bring your kids. Every vendor out there, it is the most kid-friendly event you can bring them to. Yeah. We want them out there. Bring them. They'll have a blast. Yeah. And I just can't. It was just awesome.
As the show goes on, I keep forgetting that I didn't mention stuff. So thank you to Amy Payne. She's popped up on the screen there. She ran the knot tying tournament. And I don't know. I don't think people really cared about the medals, but they had a great time tying them knots. And some of them.
Is she the same one that won the Catfish cook-off?
I was going to say.
She won the Catfish cook-off, and she won the Triple City Anglers giveaway.
And her husband won the best video ad for Catfish.
They won the video.
Yeah.
Video. So yeah, so Amy needs to buy some lottery tickets.
Yeah.
And she had the funniest short from the conference too.
Oh my god, that was hilarious! Don't forget to bring your wife, or she'll hit you with a frying pan.
There you go, Chris.
However,
Kevin
however,
also
Steve, her son Cody vows to come to the cook-off next year. He's already entering, and he says he's going to beat his mama next year in the cook-off.
Don't give him a bigger head. What was that, Steve?
I don't remember now.
Just that quick, huh?
That quick.
So thank you to, I'm going to turn that over to 3+1 Outdoors, and that's going to be their thing now because she did all the work. I just had the idea, and I said, hey, can you do this? She said yes. So that's awesome.
The new vendor showcase was a new thing this year. That
the showcase, yeah.
that is another thing that kind of put me behind on time. And I'm gonna find somebody to take care of that for me next year too, and I'm gonna separate a lot of stuff. So it's gonna run a lot smoother next year. But yeah, there was some cool stuff in there this year. One thing I liked was the Stay Alive stringer.
Yeah,
that was a pretty cool little thing.
I agree.
So we got a lot of cool products got introduced at the CatCon this year.
Yeah. Also talking about the Paynes, Cody Payne sat there and manned the kids giveaway for me. I can't forget to mention that. He sat there and every kid that passed by, hey, are you signed up? Hey, are you signed up? Hey, are you signed up? Cody was killing it. So thank you, Cody, for doing that. Then the Blacklight booth was a huge success. How many of you went in the Blacklight booth?
Yeah, that was awesome. I really enjoyed that.
Josh, you didn't go to the Blacklight booth?
I suck.
But Tackle Bandit was
in the YouTube area.
That's all right. You're busy at the YouTube area. No, that's all right. So yeah, the man, that Tackle Bandit really loved that. They actually said that they were going to hang on to the banner so they could hang it in the shop. And I was like, all right, well, you better bring it back with you. But that was awesome. Thanks to Jeremy and Nate for really helping me visualize that. And you know, I'm going to get more black lights for next year, and it's going to be even bigger. So, you know, I thought that was a huge success, and I think a lot of people ended up getting rods and tackle because they saw that. I know somebody told me they bought an anvil rod because they went in there and saw it glowing bright.
Mm-hmm.
Like, well, all right, well, that's what. Yeah, we need a disco ball. Maybe some Doc Reed doing his membership milestone for 15 months. He said, "Boom, boom, boom." Thank you.
What's up, Doc?
Reed? Appreciate
Hey,
Sorry, Dustin. I'm sorry. Dustin joke.
And lastly, so what I bought, man, I bought 3 crappie rods and 3 reels to go with it. I bought because H&H sponsored 2 great prizes. I went and got 2 crappie rods from them. Met Eric over there. We got Anna picked her own out. She was excited about that 8-foot crappie rod, and I got a 10-foot. And then he introduced me to Whitey Outlaw, who's a legend here on Santee Cooper for crappie fishing. So I went over there, met Whitey Outlaw, and shook his hand, and he invited me out to film a video with him this summer. So, of course, I had to go to Catch the Fever, and I had to buy a Catch the Fever Whitey Outlaw rod. Because if I'm going to fish with Whitey Outlaw, I better have the rod. And then I looked at his videos, and I hadn't seen him fish with one yet. So I think he likes the B&M rod. So, but I will have a Whitey Outlaw rod out there, and then I got 3 PC Fun Carnivore X 1000s from Tackle Bandit. My code doesn't work over there, so I probably should have waited on that one. But no, I wanted to support those guys. But that's kind of like the highlight. We did stop by Buc-ee's on the way. Anybody been to Buc-ee's?
I've been to Buc-ee's in Texas, and it was like I went there right before Christmas, and it was like it's like a Walmart, but it's like a mall, and it's like a food court, and it's like There's a lot of people. They got like 87 gas ports.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's huge.
Yeah, we got some pulled pork, or we got some pork brisket sandwiches and some stuff from there. That's pretty good. Danny said, the vein in my forehead pops every time." Kevin says, "Crappy, crappy, 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 crappy." No, Joe,
Hey, Kevin.
Kentucky has one.
I mean,
Richmond.
I'm gonna have to jump off here real quick. I got some fires I got to put out, but I appreciate you guys, really do. Dustin, your help, Stan, all you guys, all your help. You've helped us become successful, and I appreciate that. And I look forward to working with you all again next year if you're willing.
Absolutely.
Oh, whatever you need, Steve, we're here for you.
All right. Well, I appreciate you guys. I'm gonna jump off here, and y'all have a great evening.
All right,
You
Steve.
too, Steve.
See you, Steve.
Appreciate it.
Hey, Kevin.
Yep.
I just want a huge shout out to Bugman too. He got there on Saturday, and he brought a rod for me to give to Landon.
Awesome.
So that was awesome. And
Very
probably
nice.
the highlight. I mean, it's one of the first things in here, the Chinese buffet, and I know we talked about it earlier. And I think I talked with you about it on the drive home towards the end there. I'm myself and Sean are still new to the YouTube community, the catfish community. And this weekend, I came there a little timid, not knowing. I think Stan and Tom were the only ones I really knew I'd met face to face. And when we went to the Chinese buffet, and I was with Josh and Art, and I got inducted to the 1 ton crew. That was amazing.
1 tonners for life.
1 tonners for life. And then when I came back around the corner, Kevin standing up, giving me a standing ovation. But no, I say all that. Dan, you got to show me up.
No, sorry, I'll wait.
Bye.
No, I say all that just to say how much I felt accepted into the community. I mean, like I said, I was new. I didn't know most of anybody there, but I felt like I was part of the family. So I just want to say thank you to everybody that's accepted us into the YouTube and the catfish community. We really appreciate it.
Yeah. Yep. Hey man, you're true to yourself, and it just seems like you're always genuine, and I think that's what people appreciate most often. Sometimes I feel like I have to be guarded, and I'm sure all of us do sometimes. Well, you never know who's who out there, and you gotta sometimes keep your guard up, and that's something that I'm working on too, is just to let my guard down and just say, okay, let's give these people a chance, because when people hurt you, they hurt you. So it was refreshing to me that when I met you, like in person, like I just felt comfortable, like, hey, this dude seems down to earth and genuine. So I think that's why people accepted you so quickly, is that you just seem like a good dude.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, man. Now, Stan, on the other hand, it took me about 1 or 2 years to 2 years.
Exactly, 2 years.
Fishing and Stuff said the Buc-ee's brisket are just awesome.
You know what I'm saying?
But yeah, so go ahead and show your catfish off there, Stan.
Ooh, I'm sorry. It was like this was a gift from Epic.
Yep, he gave me the blue cat one that night. He was very generous.
Yeah, so that was that meant a lot, because he actually signed it for my son and I, so that was pretty cool. And Dustin, that was from day one that we fished with you. I said, the same thing Kevin just said. Like, I knew that from day one. That's why I said it's just the beginning, and that truly from the bottom of my heart, I meant that. And that was you've lived up to it, so thank you.
And all you guys, Kelly too. Like, I met Kelly for the first time on Saturday, and he's just a genuine guy, So Steve said it in his most recent post on Facebook. There's a lot of drama going around. We're not even going to address it, but Steve, in his most recent Facebook page, he said it's about building community, and if you don't get it, I guess you won't ever. So I think that's a great point to kind of end it on. Is like, you can go anywhere to get tackle. You can probably get anything you want online, but to go to one place where there's like-minded people, sharing fellowship, whether it's around a dinner table or a grill outside the hotel, or a Chinese buffet with frog legs. It's one of those things that you can't get online. You have to get it in person. So that's what I cherish each and every weekend, each and every year that I go to CatCon, is that I see new people, and I see people that I only get to see once or twice a year, and we just connect immediately. So, final thoughts, fellas, while I'm being all mushy. Oh, thanks to I need to do this again. I already did it a couple times, but thank you to Dan for the awesome sculpture. If you want to see that sculpture lit up, it's on my community tab. I have it back here, but I haven't repaired the epoxy on it yet. I want to take my time and do it right. But so thank you. Awesome gift, Dan. Appreciate you.
Yeah, that was
Dan,
wonderful.
go ahead and go first, man. Wrap it up. Okay, Stan is speechless. All right.
Well,
Moving on to Tom.
Stan's speechless.
We're at Twilight Zone.
Go ahead, Stan.
no, I missed my opportunity. Oh my goodness! Like, it's just I've been to 3 of them. I went to last year's at Louisville, then to Kansas City, and then this year. And last year I'm out there as fresh as anybody. We're in line waiting to get in there, and then to go from that to Kansas City, being part of some vendors, and that was great. I was with Haz at Triple City Anglers and Catfish Clothing, and this year, I wanted to spend a lot more time with Freddie because we believe in FOA. We've caught some monster fish on Freddie's rods, and we're a big believer in that. We're Triple City Anglers. We're involved with that a lot. But you know what? Catfish Conference, we wanted to get people in the door. We had some other things to do. And for Steve to give me the chance with the Catfish Cook-Off, and then to see that he was once I started talking and doing my things over there, he was just like, it's yours, go run. And that was like to have somebody like Steve put that much confidence in you, and to see him relax and be able to go, because he was an entry, he was a contestant in the Catfish Cook-Off. For him to give me that confidence and him to just kind of relax and say, okay, bam, I feel confident that you can do it. That was that was just a huge thing for me. So Catfish Cook-Off every year, look for a big thing. It's going to be bigger and better every year. Thank you, Steve, for giving me the confidence in that. And, Dustin, thank you. I appreciate you taking me down there. And it's been a pleasure fishing with you the past year. So, I get emotional.
I got a hook, and
Thank
I
you,
will
thank you,
use
thank
it.
you.
I got a hook, and I will use it.
That's it. I'm done.
Great words, everybody. Great words. Kelly.
I appreciate Tom and Art and Josh for letting me stay with them on Saturday night, definitely, and hanging out with them.
Glad you survived.
Especially being last minute kind of deal. Kind of bonding with them. Not going to say what Art does at night. We're going to leave that in the house. What happens in the house stays in the house, kind of deal. But I appreciate the crew from Chinese Buffet. I mean, it was great hanging out with you all at the buffet. But I have to say, in the words of my little show, you've been here for 4 hours. You need to go home.
We closed down.
Go ahead, Josh.
4 hours. You've been here 4 hours. You close place down. You go home.
All right, Uncle Josh, wrap it up.
I love y'all.
So apparently, this is like the third time I've seen it. Ads in the middle of the live stream. Is that something new?
Nope.
That YouTube's doing? Like while we're live, there's ads going in.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I got hit with one earlier before I came on.
Huh. Interesting. Well, Thanks for making me money, guys.
I'll get that money. We make it a sprinkle for you.
Let me spread all them pennies out. Woo! 3 times tonight. Okay. Dustin.
I don't know if I can say anything else. I just appreciate everybody in the community, everybody that I met in chat, and like I said, real quick, my wife texted me while I was there on Friday and asked me what I was doing, so I laid out what I was doing, and she said, "And I bet you're having a blast." And I said, "Absolutely. Any way I can help. That's what I do. That's what I live for. That's what I love, is to help people." So that I was in my element when I was out there helping. So I appreciate the opportunity.
Awesome. Everybody's saying, "I got hit by a commercial too." It's like a tornado came through. We got hit too. Not on the TV. Must just be a mobile thing. All right, cool. I have YouTube
tornado.
If you can afford YouTube Premium, the $11 a month. If you watch, see, we don't have cable, so instead of cable, we buy YouTube Premium, and no commercials, baby. Tom.
I want to start by saying I don't know if Freddie has seen it yet, but while he was extremely busy, I snuck a picture with his hat. And I posted that in my photo dump.
I saw that. I didn't know it was a secret, though.
But it was a wonderful time. I'm looking forward to next year already. Everybody I had a blast with. I'm kind of introverted. If you know the guys and you know me, I don't say a whole lot. And I kind of open up at this thing. I really had fun. You know that, Stan. You know I'm telling the truth.
Yeah, me too.
But it was a great event, and I love you guys all. It was a great time, and I can't wait to do it again. And one last quick thing. Aaron's down at the dock right now. We were down there earlier. His daughter was fishing with us, and she caught a 14-pound blue earlier this evening.
All right.
And I'm going to be heading right back down there. So if anybody's bored, we're on Aaron's channel. We're going to fish probably for another couple hours.
Sweet. So when we're finished, guys, go on down there and check them out. If you all humor me for a second, I got a couple ads to do myself. Guys, we got a couple events coming up. The first of which is the Champions of the Tennessee River. I've been asked to host this tournament by Darrell, and I think the people of the Tennessee are going to have a tournament. There's a chat going on, but like you get in them chats, man, it goes on for miles. So I'm not sure of all the specifics, but y'all check it out right here in Palmetto Cats on March 25th, sponsored by Catfish Sumo. And then in April, there is the Gathering 2, April 14th, 15th, and 16th, Chester Frost Park Pavilion 4. That is hosted by none other than Darrell as well. Trophy Seekers Outdoors. I will be heading up there, and I will be sharing a site with the Hooks and Hammocks crew. So come on up there and hang out. And then on May 20th is the Palmetto 500. It's a one-day event, panfish race to 500. This is a collaboration between myself and Michael Murillo. And if you want to join it, if you want to get on the wheel, we've only got 2 people on the wheel right now. Myself and Mike are in it, so there's 8 spots left. If you want to get on the wheel, just email me, palmettocats@gmail.com. Basically, we're in a race to 500 panfish. I like doing these sports-themed tournaments. So at each milestone, you can catch the 99th bluegill. But if I catch the 100th shellcracker, I get the prize. So whoever catches the 500th panfish of the day, doesn't matter who it is, doesn't matter if that's your only panfish you caught, you win the grand prize.
Wow.
So it's a race, just like around the track. You can lead 499 laps, but that last lap is the one that counts. So that's kind of
send an email.
Make sure your pit stop is good.
Yeah, that's kind of the theme behind it. It's just one day. So if if you want to get in it, it's just one day of your time, and that is a traditional style. It'll all be on my channel. I know a lot of people are looking forward to the Whisker Derby, but there's something greater happening than the Whisker Derby. There is the women's call out, and Tanya Hollis has been. I don't think there's a woman. I don't think there's a woman in the catfishing world that hasn't called somebody out. If there is,
Kevin?
contact Tanya Hollis, because I've
Kevin, wait a
been
minute.
called out. Hold up, Stan. It's my show.
Go ahead.
They got Friday night and Sunday morning. No. I've been called out by Mrs. FOA herself, Nina. So I'll be going on May 6th. But there's other dates. Stan, you want to talk about that?
Well, I was just going to say there is women joining the catfish community just to call people out. Like,
all right.
There is, I think it's April 29th and 30th, and the 6th and the 7th, May 6th and 7th.
Yeah.
Like, there's
so get Tara in there. Tara needs to, if she hasn't called somebody out, Tanya, there's another one. We need to get. Tara's going to whoop everybody. Tara is a beast. So anyway, it's going to be fun. And I was so fortunate to be called out by Nina. And she has no idea what kind of whooping she's going to get. So, that's going to be on May 6th. I think we go in the morning time, but then, there's April 30th, and they're doing double headers, guys. Like, there's a morning session and an evening session, like 3 weekends in a row. It's crazy. So we will not be doing the Whisker Derby, which is usually during the Kentucky Derby, which is May 6th, in support of women in fishing. So we're gonna do that instead, and then we'll be back with the Whisker Derby next year. But yeah, man, that's a lot going on, and
they're also doing that for cancer awareness. There's going to be a link so people can direct donate. There's going to be a direct donate to the a donation for cancer.
Okay,
awesome. So that's going to be available for the whole thing. So it's on top of the women beating the heck out of us. It's going to be a charity event as well. So
speak for yourself, Stan.
They ain't beating me. I'm bringing.
Well, y'all know my record. I don't do well.
We get second place. We know.
Yeah, that's not good in a 1v1. I'm just saying.
Oh man, but just let's see. What did Freddie say? Team Nina on the new boat, probably fishing the Cooper just to beat you on your water. Just saying. Oh, see, Freddie, you don't get to fish, man. But no, that's gonna be awesome. So, Dominic, make sure that your lovely bride gets in touch with Tara Fishing, because it'd be awesome to have her in the group too. All right, there we go. There's Fracture Fix. He made it in.
Fracture.
Yes, I think he asked if Catfish Sumo is still around. Yep, they're still around, still going strong. They sent me some dragon weights to try out. I'm gonna try to go fishing this weekend, but we'll see. All right, guys. I think an hour and 40 minutes is enough a show for tonight. But I appreciate all of you guys coming in. You guys are awesome. Thank you. I know some of you have been on multiple shows this week, but I appreciate you coming in and doing mine.
It was
Thanks
fun.
for having us.
Good time. Appreciate it.
Oh, wait. Mama's at work right now. She can't finish stuff. Get you put out, but she's going to take you down.
Woo!
Woo!
Halana, I believe somebody is facing Halana that's on panel right now.
Oh,
yeah, she called me out the other night.
Good saying.
All right. All right, cool. Well, let me pray us out and we'll get out of here. Heavenly Father, we just want to thank you for an awesome weekend. Thank you for bringing us together. Thank you for keeping us safe in our travels there and on the way home. Lord, we thank you for this live stream and all the people that came in and all the positivity that we had today. And Lord, we just know that we are blessed to be able to do this when others, their priority is surviving. So thank you for blessing us with the opportunity to talk and talk about fishing and fish all the time. And and have fun together. We don't take it for granted. And we thank you for everything. We give you all the glory. It's in your name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
All right, everybody. You know the deal. Till next time. Happy fishing.
Deuces.
Good night.